The Soda City Live bring in the new year on a high note with joy and laughter at the 3rd annual Comedy Countdown. Comedians from the Southeast, they will be here with headliner Sean Finnerty, an Irish comedian who has appeared on shows like The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and Comedy Central, and of course, others. Joining us today with more are the producers of this Comedy Countdown, Topher and Allie Riddle. And we're excited to learn more about this today. How cool is this? You know, I think about Comedy Countdown, and it's truly what this is. You're going to have a chance to listen to comedians and count down to the new year. So tell us where this idea came about, because this is year 3 for you.
Sure, yeah. Well, I'm a comedian, and I've been performing for probably about 12 years now. And then a few years ago, Allie and I met, and we're married now. But yeah, she is like an event planner, wedding director, and we basically decided like she's very good at putting together a party, and I know a lot of comedians, so we just combined our powers, and yeah, started. Yeah.
I love it. Beautiful, beautiful. So let me ask this though. You said you got married shortly after. So is this project? Is your union like a product of this project?
It's probably the other way around. I met him because he was nominated for Best Comedian in Columbia, and so we thought after we got married, like, let's do this thing. So we got married at the end of October of 2022, and the tickets went on sale for the first Comedy Countdown like a week later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we've produced, for the last 2 years, we've produced monthly shows at Old Mill Brew Pub in Lexington, but the Comedy Countdown was the first one that we ever did. Like, that's the one that started the whole thing.
Started out with a bang.
So,
Wonderful.
and it went really well, so we've kept doing it.
I was going to say it had to have been going well because you're growing and now you're getting someone who has been everywhere. And,
Oh, yeah.
And tell us about him, and then let's talk about some of the other comics that you have performing that night.
Sure. So Sean Finnerty is he's a friend of mine because, again, I have a huge Rolodex of comedians that I've met over the years. He's been to Columbia a few times. And every time he performs here, the audience has come up to us and been like, have him back immediately.
Bring him back.
We love him.
Yeah.
So, but it was very hard to get him. We basically had to book him almost a year in advance.
I think it was January 2nd of last year.
Yeah, like pretty much
wow.
right after the last show, we had to book him for this show because his schedule fills up so fast.
Oh, I believe it.
Especially after the Tonight Show appearance. So yeah, he's very funny. He does a lot of storytelling stuff. Yeah, he's great. He's been a friend for a few years, and he's hilarious. And so yeah, we thought like, let's get Sean to come back and be the headliner for our next Comedy Countdown.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, tell us about the other comics that are going to be performing. They're one from Atlanta, and the other one from, people may recognize from Greenville.
Yeah, from Greensboro.
Greensboro,
yeah,
yes.
Greensboro. So I went and did the North Carolina Comedy Festival in Greensboro, and there I met Dusty Cagle, who will be our host for the night. He'll basically be kicking off the show, kind of warming up the crowd. He's hilarious. He hosted a bunch of shows at that festival that I was a part of. And so when we needed someone to come host, he's one of the first people that I thought of. And then Shelley Gruenberg from Atlanta is very funny. She's been to Columbia a few times. And so, yeah, we wanted to have her back. We also wanted a little bit of diversity, not just a bunch of, you know, just guys. So, yeah, we wanted to switch it up a little bit. And so, yeah, Shelley's very funny, and yeah, I feel like I mean, you know, I'm a little biased, but I feel like we've put together a pretty good show this year.
Good lineup.
It sounds like a great lineup, and the entertainment isn't the only bonus of the evening. Using your event planning skills, you've jazzed it up a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. We're gonna have an open bar, so we'll have Pour Advice bartending service will be there, pouring some drinks for us, including a big champagne toast at midnight for everybody, and we also have some food from Sheely's Barbecue, and lots of like little party favors, you know, your traditional little New Year's Eve hats and
sparklers,
sparklers and noisemakers and all of that. So it's going to be a great time.
And the comedy show ends shortly before midnight, so we can count down and celebrate. And then we've got dancing after.
That sounds like a party.
So,
It's
yeah.
a party.
It's a party. I love it. Now, I will say this. I noticed in the lineup, Topher, you did not mention yourself. And you said you're a comic, so are you going to throw in any impromptu? No?
I don't know. The reason that I haven't for those is that we're usually so busy running around behind the scenes.
Yeah, understood.
I just don't have the time to. But you never know.
He would
Maybe.
be a fantastic addition to the show
Yeah.
if he decided to get up there for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Well, because folks will not get a chance to see you on New Year's, do you have any other upcoming shows or ways that people can watch you in action?
Yes, I guess we have our monthly show the last Wednesday of every month at Old Mill Brew Pub in Lexington. And I guess you could probably just Google Topher Riddle and
Ooh, Google.
Yeah, I'm on. I've got stuff on
Yeah.
YouTube. You can see some of my stuff on there. But yeah, I've got. I'll be doing some shows in Greenville and Charleston and stuff coming up. But yeah, Columbia area. I think our next show at Old Mill Brew Pub is probably the next chance.
Should be last Wednesday of January.
Perfect, perfect. And the last couple of details about this event. Let's talk about the price tag. And we actually are pulling the details up on the screen so they'll know where to go and what time.
Absolutely. So the ticket is $100, but it includes the comedy show, your open bar, your dinner, all of the everything, and don't let the $100 make you think it's a crazy you have to get dressed up for this. We've had actually a couple people call this week and say, "Can we wear jeans?" Wear what you want.
Yeah.
We don't care.
I like a little sparkle,
I
so
see
I
it, and I love
probably will have a little glitter going on.
Here's
but
inspiration right here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also free parking, and if you need to leave your car there overnight to get home safely, we would rather people do that and get home safe. than
Definitely call
try
a
to-
ride if you need to.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I would like to mention Heroes and Dragons, the local comic book store, is our main sponsor for this show, and have basically provided. Through their help, we are able to provide things like an open bar and that food from Sheely's. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to Heroes and Dragons for that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I want to thank the both of you for joining us today. This sounds like it's going to be a fantastic, funny time. And it's going to be a great way to make some great memories and get a chance to see some very talented artists, performers, comics. And we'll be sure to have these details on our website, SodaCityLive.com. And last question, will they be able to purchase at the door or tickets? What would you prefer?
I would encourage people to get them ahead of time. We do, a lot of our shows tend to sell out, and almost every show we do, we get people at the last minute asking, can we still get tickets?
Yeah.
And sometimes the answer is no.
No.
So definitely get on comedycountdown.eventbrite.com and get your tickets. But if there are some tickets left, we will be able to sell them at the door.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we'll announce, I guess, if we still have any available. But I would definitely say get them ahead of time if you can.
Awesome. And where can folks go to check for any updates? Instagram, Facebook?
Comedycountdown.eventbrite.com. And then our Instagram, which is a.t.and.love.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you both again for joining us. Happy Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Christmas.
You too.
And we'll be sure again to make sure we have these details on our website. Be sure to get these tickets early. You won't be laughing inside. You'll be crying on the way to the car. And we'll have more coming up after this.